Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so.
I'm Chris Hall. I'm the Community Relations and Historic Preservation Manager for Historic Mount Olivet Cemetery here in Frederick, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, you are watching Good Morning Frederick. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, February 4th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I tell you, gallbladder surgery, no joke. You know, I have a day where I feel great, and then I feel not so great, and it is very, very hard for somebody like me. But I am listening to my body. I gotta tell you, I am not pushing it. Doing what I have to do. Right now, I have some deadlines of things that have to get done. So, my apologies if you are waiting for a response or I have screwed something up. I'm telling you, trying to keep everything straight is so crazy, hard. Good morning, Tara. Good morning. And good morning to Mama Cone. Good morning to Mama Cone. I have to tell you, Mama Cone and I yesterday tried the TikTok 3-ingredient bread, which is rising right now. We made it yesterday, so we're going to bake that this morning. And we made the bagels with really just flour and Greek yogurt. And I got to tell you, not bad at all. I ate one this morning. I'm going to start to refine the flavorings because we just kind of put the flavorings on top. I think the flavorings need to be throughout. But trying to do things to eat a little better, to make our own stuff, maybe save a little money. And also, I'm going to be doing a whole series on gardens. I'm planting a garden this year, and we're going to talk about how we can hopefully use AI. I use ChatGPT to help me lay out a garden to yield the most vegetables in the smallest space possible. And it gives me a planting schedule. I ordered all my heirloom seeds. So we're going to have some content on that coming up soon too. So anyway, maybe it'll help you guys as well. Let's talk about what's happening today. We got Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. We're going to highlight the events going on in Frederick. I got some big stuff you're going to want to know about coming up very soon. Got an interview with Sabella Barron, an artist for the African Americans of Excellence exhibit, and Amanda Portner from Maryland Double Deckers, talking about Valentine's Day. They have you set up and ready to go. So if you have not made plans, you are A-OK with Maryland Double Deckers. Now, the help I need our watch hours on YouTube. We're trying to reach 3,000 watch hours in one. That's the next milestone. We're about 700 watch hours short. So really, I just need 700 of you to run a show for an hour and we're there. Okay. If you can do that, that would be awesome. If you can share the stream on your socials, that would be great too. Maybe more people will watch. And I know an hour is a long time to ask, but just play it and make dinner, or set it to start and continue your work. You can watch it on mute. I don't think it matters. I think we just need the hours. So there you go. All right, let's go ahead and get this Tuesday going. Need to thank our show sponsor, Heart Home Solutions, your solution for all your home remodeling needs. Basement refinishing, new kitchens, new baths. They love those projects. They'll even do additions for you as well. Maybe you're selling, you need things freshened up to get top market value, or maybe you just bought a fixer-upper and you don't really want to DIY it. Well, contact Steve at Heart Home Solutions. Veteran-owned, locally owned, Heart, H-A-R-T, Heart Home Solutions. .com. I think I got Bob Miller in the studio. Let's go ahead and get started with that. Well, hello, friend.
It would help if I turned the microphone on. Wow. Is that Danny back from the hiatus? Or?
Yay.
Yes. Welcome back.
Thank
it's been
you.
a long time.
Oh,
I'm sure you've done things and you've did and all that. I mean, you've been very busy. You don't settle down. You don't just let grass grow underneath your feet. But oh, there he is. He finally joined us too. There you.
Yes,
the new boss of me.
The new boss. I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's
a boss. Everybody's my boss.
No. You cannot be the boss of the morning mayor. He's the mayor. I'm only the assistant mayor.
Deputy
well,
mayor.
Deputy mayor. There you go.
Let's be honest with you here, and I'm gonna toot my own horn for just a second, and Danny's horn right over there. No, that way. I don't know how you do that on these things. That way. Danny was at another station last year, right? We won't say their names, but that morning person won Best of Frederick Radio Personality of the Year that she stole from me. Danny comes back to us, and guess who's back on top? Back on top, baby. Back on top.
Back on top. I love it. I love it. And we haven't talked in 2 weeks.
Right.
But I do have to, first of all, congratulate WFMD, Chris, a lot of the hard work both you and Chris and Bob have been doing. You had a really, really solid ratings period. I am really happy for the growth for WFMD. And I know only bigger and better things are to come, but I think it's phenomenal. So congratulations to you guys.
Well, thank you.
I guess you can call Bob and I the diamond in the rough.
We are polishing you up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think you get that kind of inside joke there. But yes, we are the diamond in the rough, and we're the jack of all trades.
Polished turd is still a turd.
Yeah, no, but listen. Listen, honestly, it's we've got some great things coming up with WFMD, and I will say, and Bob's horn deserves to be tooted, so I'll toot it too. Bob, you don't mind if I toot you, do you?
No. Yes, I do. Just there's way more things to talk about than yours.
Well, real quickly, it is honored to be able to work with the morning mayor, and he deserves that award. Listen, 30 years at one radio station is basically unheard of in our industry. So congratulations, Bob. You truly deserve it.
Well, finally, though, the 1,400 different emails that I have done, that because you have to have an email for every vote that you give to Frederick Magazine. I had to have come up with, Bob 1, Bob 2, Bob 3, until I ran out and couldn't count any higher.
Not to mention, I had to do Chris Michaels, Cruising Chris, Chris Leon, Cruising Chris Michaels.
Well, here's the funny thing, okay? So I didn't even realize that nominations happened or anything like that. So I'm a little disappointed my Good Morning Frederick didn't even make the cut. But a podcast or a video thing I used to do with a former colleague, which we have not done in years, still made the cut. My Welcome to Crazy podcast. You can't find it you might still be able to find old ones on Amazon Music and iHeart and things like that, but haven't made one in I don't know how long years, and yet it's still number 3. So
there.
I don't know what that means, but
our buddy Ron Ross, who helps us with Christmas Cash for Kids, made number 2. So he's number 2. Yeah. So hey, this will be number 1 next year. Yeah, it'll be number 1 next year with a bullet, as they say. Number 1. And by the way, the only other thing I say about ratings is you can either live or die by the ratings. Yeah. So I just look at them and go, people. Okay, it's all good. As long as it gets me a bump in pay, that's what that's all that matters. That that little ratings bonus bump in pay that we're promised when we sign on a dotted line. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Yeah. You notice that I'm in a white T-shirt that you get from Walmart, and so there you go. So how are you doing, Danny? I mean, I want to stop with all us. You're the one who's back. You're the one who went through all the surgeries. You're the one who was in the hospital. You're the one who is now back on her feet as a former gallbladder taker-outer person. I got mine taken out, so you know what that's like. It's a very interesting little procedure.
Yeah. Was yours emergent, or had had issues and then they said, we're just going to take it out?
I had issues for years and nobody could figure it out. And then I got pancreatitis and was in the hospital for a month. And it was during a snowstorm. And then finally they sent me down to GW, Georgetown. I think I told you this. My gallbladder was taken out by the husband of the Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, whatever her name is. Her husband took it out. And I remember they're like, well, you can go home or you can stay here for the night after they did, because it was like in the afternoon. I don't know, maybe I had swimming or something. But I felt good enough to go home, but that was just the dumbest mistake in my life to do that. I did go home. We didn't get back home till like after 1 in the morning. And then of course, being an old man, I still had to go to the potty. And I woke up my wife because I couldn't sit up and get out of bed because it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
So she helped me get up and walked me to the bathroom. She goes, I don't feel, and she just goes and passes out because she hadn't had anything to eat all day. And so she was kind of, it was just, so I'm like going, honey, I can't do anything for you. And she kind of laid on the floor. She woke up and I'm like,
kicking her a little bit, kicking her to make sure she's still breathing.
Right. And then she does, like the army crawl back, trying to go back to the bed. And I'm like, she tries to get up and she passes out again. So my daughter wasn't married at the time. And so I'm like crying for her because I couldn't talk because they had the thing down my throat and it hurt my throat. And I'm like going, and Erin comes over and she's like, haven't eaten anything all day, have you? So I spent the next couple of days downstairs in a recliner. And I'm like, I'm not going to have you do this again, honey. I'm just going to sit in a recliner. So it is, even though it's a fairly simple 3 holes type of deal, and yank it out, it's still a surgery. It's still a major surgery.
It is. And when the doctor, funny, before I went in, I said, okay, what's the recovery time? And he said, 1 to 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got this, right? Well, I'm finishing. Well, this is week 3. And I'm telling you, I'm still not 100%. First of all, I still have staples. I got to get them out some point. I still have a drain, which is TMI, I know, but it's disgusting. And it's just, you cannot sleep. I cannot sleep well. I can't sleep on my side. I've been laying on my back. It's awful. It is awful.
Recliner.
I do not
Do
wish
the-
this on anyone. Like you say, simple surgery. I thought, oh, easy peasy. I'll be
You,
great. I did the same thing as you. I said I really just want to be at home because
yeah.
I thought being at home I'd feel so much better, and I was wrong.
Well, then
I
I got
really,
pneumonia.
yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I got pneumonia on top of all that. And then so just FYI, not to get too disgusting here on medical talk with Chris and Danny and Bob, when they pull that drain out, you might want to take a I don't know, like something like this and bite down on it. 'Cause it's going to hurt. It's going to
Here's
hurt.
the thing. The nurse, not the nurse, the physician's assistant came in and said, when the drain comes out, a lot of people have just described it not as painful, but just weird. But you and Dr. Rachel Mandel, both of you I trust way more, said it hurt like hell. Dr. Mandel said, take some painkillers before you go.
Yeah.
Preemptively do something because it's going to hurt like hell. And I'm like,
Yeah,
good God.
because your body heals around it.
Yeah.
So there's tissue that adheres itself to it, and they yank it out, and it feels like to me, it was like a burning sensation. And the guy who took mine out when I had my appendix out, when I got mine done, Dr. Greif, God rest his soul, he said, this is going to hurt a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, no big.
Oh my God, I'm not, yeah, maybe they can just cut it where it is and the one part can stay in.
Stream it live, Danny. Stream it live. There you go. That's what everybody wants to see.
Oh, gracious.
I'll make sure I take that day off from Good Morning Frederick. Well, now that the two of you got me extremely scared and nervous to do anything or to even go to the doctors, let's get to news. No, but Danny, I'm glad you're so much better. I got to say, you are a beast, and I mean that in a good way, because we walked from everything Frederick all the way to ice sculpture during Fire and Ice, and I was really amazed how, what was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks after surgery?
Yeah.
You did that long walk?
Probably shouldn't have done all that walking. I paid for it on Sunday, but it is good. They keep saying walking exercise is good. I need to keep moving. It's going to help me get better, but yeah. It was a fun day on Saturday. And we have to figure out the rematch because in fact, you won. I got a last-minute donation for Christmas Cash for Kids where you actually beat out Chief Co.
Oh.
And, it came in right as we were finishing the counting. Shannon Flannery from the home of Everything Frederick and Everything Frederick and More group gave a $100 donation. She Venmo'd me. I didn't see it until after we had totaled. So we're going to have to get Chief Co back. We're going to have to do something of a rematch for that because you actually won, my friend. See what the pull of me begging does for you?
There should be no rematch. He should just go out there and wear the outfit because he actually lost. Now, I will say, Bob, real quick, when we did that walk, I mean, again, at 2 weeks after surgery, Danny, I mean, she was just amazing. She walked faster than anybody else. Now, I'm kind of chalking it up to that she was embarrassed to be next to me. She was trying to get away from me. That's why she was walking so fast. But man,
I was behind you mostly doing the wing fixing. We need to fix those up.
Yeah, I was very lopsided. Thanks to Danny, she fixed me up, and I wasn't lopsided anymore. But yeah, so Chief Co, if you're listening, I won that match, so I think you should actually, maybe we should do it in his garage, in front of his firefighters. I think that'd be great.
Ah.
Well, the wings courtesy of Sandy Dalton back in the day.
Yeah. We just have to. All we have to do is I know how to fix them. We're gonna fix them up for him. All right, Chris, you can go ahead and get to news.
Yep. So let's get rocking with news. Welcome back, Danny, and I'm glad to be back here with you. Actions by federal immigration agents across the U.S. rounded up those in the country illegally have generated some concern in Frederick. Now, in a recent appearance on the Morning News Express, Police Chief Jason Lando says his office has been receiving phone calls and emails from citizens who are worried those operations could come to Frederick. Quoting Chief Lando, there are people in the community that are worried that we're going to be randomly stopping cars and checking people's papers. People's papers. They're not 5 times fast. He said, can people can call 911 in emergency? Chief Lando says Frederick police officers enforce local and do not ask about individuals' immigration status when responding to calls for service, and they do not take part in immigration and customs enforcement operations. Our policy hasn't changed. Donald Trump getting elected has nothing to do with our policy, and most police departments have the same policy. We enforce local laws, criminal laws, and traffic laws, and ICE enforces immigration laws, he said. So there you go. Frederick County Animal Control is asking for the public's help in identifying a dead dog found last week in the Hillcrest neighborhood. Officials say the dog was located Thursday morning at around 9:30 in a grassy common area behind Tillman Place and Orwell Court. The dog is unspayed female, about 3 years old. She's white with a large tan patch over her right eye and a smaller tan patch near her left eye. The dog is also described as a pit bull type canine. The investigation into this incident is ongoing. Anyone with information that could help is asked to contact Frederick County Animal Control. They can also call Officer Charlotte Brenham or Sergeant Maggie Hill at 301-600-1544. Again, 301-600-1544. On January 31st, 2025, shortly before noon, deputies from the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and Maryland State Police and EMS responded to reports of a large fight with multiple injuries at the Silver Oak Academy in Kemar. Once deputies arrived, they discovered a physical altercation between the Silver Oak Academy basketball team and a visiting basketball team from outside of Carroll County. This altercation began inside the gym and continued out to the parking lot, where one of the visiting students attempted to use a pen to stab a student from Silver Oak Academy. After the students were able to be separated, the visiting team, staff, and players entered their school vans and left the scenes. Deputies were able to stop the vans, and while conducting their investigation, the individual believed to have tried to use a pen as a weapon attempted to escape from the scenes, which is a stupid idea. That's my words. After a brief foot chase and the student was taken into custody. While doing so, the 15-year-old male student assaulted a Carroll County deputy. The student was transported to Carroll County Hospital for evaluation, and after consultation with the Department of Juvenile Service, was charged with a juvenile referral. Never, ever, ever a smart idea to do that. And taking a quick look at weather today, partly cloudy early. Later on, we might get some mostly sunny skies with gusty winds developing this afternoon. Now, some of the winds you might see, they get 20, 30 miles an hour. You could see gusts up to 40 miles an hour, so just be aware of that. Looking at a high of 52, and tonight, partly cloudy early, followed by cloudy skies, looking at a low of 29. And tomorrow, a few flurries or snow showers. Yes, I said it. The 4-letter S word, snow showers possible, high of 37. And tomorrow night, mixture of wintry precipitation in the evening and mainly freezing rain overnight, low of 30. I'm sure you miss me mispronouncing words, Danny. So there you go. That one was for you, my friend.
I love it. I love it.
7 hours later.
Well, news is important.
Oh, we need the Reader's Digest version, not War and Peace version. All right. In sports, yesterday it was boys basketball. Linganore down South High 66-51. FCA over Hartford Christian Academy by a score 47-32. Girls basketball yesterday, Urbana down South High 55-14. Wrestling, Walkersville pinned TJ 59-15. Tuscarora over Rockville 64-9. Tuscarora then beat North High by a score 75-6. The Commanders, Danny, are keeping their name. According to controlling owner Josh Harris, he says, we think the team's name is now being embraced by our team, by our culture, by our coaching staff, and hopefully by our fans. Now in this building, the name Commanders means something. It's about players who love football, are great at football, hit hard, mentally tough, great teammates, and it's really meaningful that that name is growing in meaning. Former Orioles second baseman Rich Dower, a member of the Orioles' last championship ball club, has passed away at the age of 72. And back to football real quick. The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says that all that hubbubaloo over the Chiefs getting all the calls in the playoffs is a ridiculous theory. Even though the two roughing the passers penalties against the Houston Texans in that 23-14 divisional round was being egregious, considered by even the Fox broadcasters at the time. And then, of course, the 4th and 1 marking of Josh Allen, who obviously got the fourth down in the 32-29 victory over Buffalo in the AFC Championship game, are just coincidences. Don't worry about it, he says. It's a ridiculous theory, but at the end of the day, it's something that we have to work at.
I'm telling you, when you have stats on referees with certain teams, that is a problem. It
Absolutely.
should literally be a pull names out of a barrel every single week. I don't like when these teams of referees are together for a long period of time and they're always on with the same teams. I think that is wrong. I think that is only ripe for things to happen. You know, there's already freaking scandals about people paying off people. I mean, that's already coming out. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's actually happening. So you cannot tell me it is blind blind justice in referee land anymore at all. I think this is where AI and computer technology can do 100 times better and be more objective than people. And I feel like that it is when you look at the stats for the referee teams, it's horrible.
Yeah.
You can't convince me otherwise.
Somebody said I mean, we have the technology nowadays to put like a little microchip, and it's not going to change the way the ball is thrown or how it travels or anything like that, but it would be able to mark, the first down marker if that ball has gone past that marker.
Well, yeah, and I'm telling you, the calls for lots of teams, just human error alone, you gotta feel like, half a yard here, few inches there, 2 yards there, it adds up, and it's really changes the momentum of the game. That is the problem. When those calls happen and they're egregious and there is no repercussion, then it does make an impact on the game. And I think that the NFL, first of all, when Roger Goodell is lying, his lips are moving. I'm sorry, I don't trust a dang thing he says. But at the same time, the NFL should be doing whatever it can to protect the essence of the game. And the essence of the game is you cannot script winners and losers anymore. And I do believe now, I don't know if I'm into the whole conspiracy theory that the whole season is scripted, but I am saying there are teams. And it was funny listening to Tom Brady during the game when he was saying something about Mahomes being a protected quarterback or calls going, come on. He was the biggest one to get those calls as well. There are very protected people within the NFL, and you do feel like they want Taylor Swift at this again. They made a lot of money off of it, billions of dollars in sales and viewers, and I just think you cannot convince me that these referees don't have some impact on the game.
I'll tell you what, Tom Brady's got a set of footballs to be saying that. Let me tell you.
No kidding.
And real quickly, Bob forgot the most important news that we talked about today that came out of the NFL is the fact that Travis Kelce loves Taylor Swift's Pop-Tarts. Get your mind out of the gutter. He said his favorite breakfast is Taylor Swift when she cooks her Pop-Tarts. So there you go. To end
I'm just fascinated that she can actually work a toaster.
I don't even know if she can. I don't know.
She's actually a very intelligent young woman, I am sure. And we all do know one thing, and I just do this because I have to, is that the referees played no part in the game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders.
True that. 100%. I know we haven't talked since that. Yeah, that was a shellac. It's all good.
Was. Yeah, it
But
was. But
we did finish higher than the Cowboys. So that's all I got to say.
that's what you get from
I mean,
Commanders fans. It's
don't
always about the Cowboys because they live right here in Commanders fans' heads, right there.
don't set your bar that low, Danny, to compare yourself to the Cowboys. Now, come on, set it higher.
I don't know. Jerry Jones ought to have a look at what happens when you change ownership and how well it does for your team.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, well, you and me both, but that ain't gonna happen.
All right, my friends. Well, it's so great to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you want to see more or hear more, all you got to go is WFMD AM 930 weekday mornings. You'll hear Bob and Chris on the Morning News Express.
There you go. Thank you, Danny.
Have a great
Take care,
day.
Danny.
All right. Want to say thanks so much to those guys. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to quickly run through a highlight of the events because we got 2 interviews today. Sabella Barron is an artist for African Americans of Excellence exhibit, which is tomorrow at the Weinberg. And Amanda Portner from Maryland Double Deckers. If you don't have plans for Valentine's Day yet, you're good to go. We've got you covered right after this.
It's a new year, a new beginning. At Colonial Jewelers, our Legacy of Love jewelry restyling event is the perfect opportunity to refresh your jewelry box. Browse our large selection of settings and diamonds. Reset your ring, upgrade a diamond, or design a new custom ring. At Colonial Jewelers, Legacy of Love jewelry restyling event, February 6th through the 8th. The Colonial Jewelers box, there's just more in it.
Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
All right, let's talk about what is happening in Frederick. Let me make sure I get. Oh, did I not pull up my. Goodness gracious. All right, well, I'll stall for a second here because I thought I had everything ready to go. Yeah, I'm telling you, with the NFL, I'm sorry. I just think there's some weird things happening there. I don't know. What do you think? You can let me know. Want to say good morning. Oh, thank you so much for joining us today. Please continue to watch us on YouTube. Help us get those watch hours up to 3,000. That is kind of one of those levels you got to hit on YouTube. All right, here we go. Happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza, right off Route 40 in Frederick. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Taquito offers the same quality food, same great value, but a drive-through experience. You never have to get out of your car. TacoBar1.com or TaquitoByTacoBar.com for more information. All right, we're going to quickly go over a highlight of some of the events happening. All right, today at noon, you can jump on a webinar if you're a woman-owned business and you want to participate in She Pitch to win some cash. If you're a startup or an idea phase of business, you can check that out and get all the details at tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, 6 to 8 p.m. African Americans of Excellence exhibit is happening at the Weinberg Center. Tickets are just $15, 6 to 8 p.m. Come on out and be inspired by some of our local Frederick community residents. There are 7 honorees that we are capturing, or we have captured, in art, photography, and video. And you can see the full display tomorrow at the Weinberg Center. On the 8th, it is the Bootleggers Ball, and that is at McClintock. Costumed Affair, it's a speakeasy, 1920s. You can get your tickets online, celebratefrederick.com. And 7 to midnight is Kicking Up a Cure at the American Legion on Taney Avenue. It's a fundraiser for St. Jude. All right. We're all buying Valentines for Adam. Okay. I need you to pick up maybe little heart-shaped candy, maybe a card, maybe a little stuffed animal or something. Please drop it at the home of Everything Frederick, Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 4 p.m. All right. I am delivering them to him. I called yesterday. They're scheduling him to work. She wasn't sure exactly when. Very sweet young man. And he was so really tickled that I send so many Valentine's cards to friends. And he said it would be really nice to get some Valentines. So we are going to give Adam an awesome Valentine's Day. So if you can, please, while you're out shopping for your Valentine, maybe pick up an extra card or whatever. And I'm gonna take it over to him next week, and we'll record the whole thing. But he was just such a sweet kid. I really want to do it. All right, February 13th. I am sorry to tell you this is sold out, the Tierra Tour. So we're going to talk to Amanda Portner from Maryland Double Deckers coming up here in just a minute. That is sold out. So here's what you're going to do. Grab your girlfriend and head to the Women's Giving Circle Galentine's Party, which is 6 to 9 p.m. at McClintock. Free entry, okay? It is a cash bar, and you can purchase food from traditional, authentic Mexican. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a fun balloon wall photo op place, and there's going to be hundreds of ladies who are there. You can mingle with, socialize with. I'm happy to introduce you to people. I'm going to be there for as long as I can stand it, as health-wise, not as long as I can stand it for the event-wise. The event's going to be a great time. I guarantee you. You're going to have a great time. But I'll be out there for a little bit as well. Then Valentine's Day. All right. 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. are the only 2 times that are available for Valentine's Day. Love on the Double on Maryland Double Deckers. So you're going to want to buy your tickets. We're going to talk with Amanda about that. It is also the deadline. If you have a junior or senior in high school, you want them to participate in the Rotary 4-Way Test speech contest. There are cash prizes. The deadline is February 14th. You're going to email tedluck@comcast.net. Get the details. If your junior or senior is looking to get some extra money towards school or whatever they want, they should participate in this event. It is a really great event. And if you know anything about Rotary, it's a great organization, and you can get all the details. Email tedluck@comcast.net for that. February 14th to 17th, we got that winter grief retreat. If you know somebody who is struggling right now, please have them look into it. The Umbrella Project presents this at Thorpe Woods Mountain Resort. It is a weekend helping you to cope with your grief. February 15th, Hyperlocal Brew Fest at the fairgrounds. Guys and Thin Ties are playing. You don't want to miss it. They are so fun. Great 80s band. February 20th is Critters on the Catwalk at Warehouse Cinemas, a benefit for Friends of the Frederick County Animal Shelter, I think it is. March 5th, the African Americans of Excellent Reception. We're going to talk more about that. March 5th, what is that, going through the 19th, the Unity Campaign kicks off, fundraising for 37 local nonprofits. And then March 15th is the 20th annual Retro Prom. We're going to be talking with Rona about that event. We're going to talk to her this week, so you'll hear more about it. And then it is the 50th Annual Home and Garden Expo on March 15th and 16th. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you got to do is email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. Okay, one more quick break, and then we're coming back with Sabella Barron from the African Americans of Excellence. She's one of our artists. And Amanda from Maryland Double Deckers. We just need to get through this, and then we will get to that right after this.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're based here in Frederick, servicing Frederick and surrounding areas. They specialize in roofing and siding. They can also replace your windows, fix your gutters, build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Sandra and A&S Construction will take great care of you. And because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. All you have to do is let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. All right, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company, cooking in small batches to make sure the food is as fresh as it can be. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com. That's IN, the number 1, the number 0, SEBBQ.com, and you can satisfy your meat tooth. There is their website. They are wonderful. Rob and Robin have been cooking forever, and they do such a great job. I really can't say enough great things about them. All right. Sabella Barron is a professional artist in the African Americans of Excellence exhibit. I had a chance to sit down with her and ask her about the process of painting. Here she is.
The following presentation features one of the honorees, artists or students who are contributing to the African Americans of Excellence exhibit coming to the Weinberg Center on February 5th.
We're at 401 North Market Street. I am with Sabella. You are one of the artists for the African Americans of Excellence exhibit. Mm-hmm. And you attended last year, but did you paint?
I did, actually.
Okay, so this is your second year. Who did you paint last year?
Ted Luck, actually, who I think is also going to be one of the artists this year.
He was my 7th grade social studies teacher.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? I know. Yes, he was. But yes, he's an artist this year as well. And this year we have 7 honorees and we kick off this exhibit February 5th at the Weinberg.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your process. Now, your honoree is Guyon, who works for the city. I think he is the mayor's right-hand guy. What is your process for kind of putting something together that illuminates the person you are painting?
Well, it's a little bit difficult because I kind of like go with the flow on things. But really, I think most of my process was that I know I was talking to another artist earlier, and she asked me if I already met the person or if I was going to meet Guyon, and I was like, I haven't had the chance yet. You know, I was busy with finals and whatnot, and I asked like, why are you asking this? And she said that she was talking with Ted Luck, and Ted Luck said he wasn't going to meet anyone. So I just thought like maybe I should do that as well because I didn't meet Ted Luck last year.
Right.
And like I just sort of like met him there, and he's such a lovely guy. I
loved
amazing. Working on his portrait, and I loved meeting him, you know.
So you could literally, and I'm assuming last year you took a photograph, you got a photograph, we give photographs to everybody.
Right.
And you just did your thing based on that photograph.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess I would have thought that it becomes easier to kind of give a style when you meet somebody, but I guess you have your style, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to paint or illustrate in your style.
This year I have more creative freedom with it because last year I was considered a senior student.
Okay.
And I was sort of given the same guidelines as the other middle school artists, having a black and white portrait with a colored background.
Oh, so it's you were giving a very clear instructions.
Right.
Gotcha.
This year it's just that I was given only the frame size. It was supposed to be like a 36 by 24, but I was able to like make it a little bit smaller, like 24 by 18, I believe.
Right.
And I was just given more of a creative freedom. So that kind of gives like a little bit of a, okay, who is my guy? Like, who is this supposed to be? And luckily, I was helping survey like the high school students doing this year.
Right.
Great kids. I'm super excited to see their final products.
Yeah.
They're all very talented. And they had like little summaries, like papers of the person. So I decided to just like grab one.
The bio, so you can get an idea of the type of person or what they've done.
Exactly, and that helped me so much, you know, because like before I had like a little bit of an idea, but like reading more and more about him, I was just like, oh, I have a better idea. Like, I don't know if I want to spoil anything, but like
no spoils, no spoils.
But I guess for now, but for me, I wanted to. How do I describe this? I wanted to give more of the Frederick feel in this, so I decided, you know, to add the spirals. This will be kind of, what was it? The last time I painted buildings was like in high school, so like, a while ago. A very while ago. So that, and I do remember I did have to. You know, creating my own reference photo. Yeah. Because last year I had like a reference photo easy, but this year I'm just like, you know, like, oh, this isn't working for me. I like in this light, in this angle, so I kind of had to like photo bash it. Like photo bash it. So it's going really good. I'm very excited.
So how long does a project like this take? How much time do you spend?
Depends, because there are projects I've had that I finished in a week, and then there are projects I have that I finish, because last year Ted Luck's was like a whole month. Everyone, my family and my friends all like make jokes saying that I take too long with portraits and take too long with this. So, but
it's a process. It's a process.
Exactly.
Right?
And plus this year, again, I went back to college. I'm attending Hood right now. Oh, nice. And so like the first half of December was kind of like me like hunkering down on like finals and whatnot. So that kind of gives me a little bit of a time crunch on the portrait. But luckily enough, everything's going great this year.
Excellent. Hey, we're going to tap wood for that one.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, and so when did you start painting and falling in love with art? Was this just something you feel like you were born with and you just kind of somebody helped kind of cultivate that in you?
Funny story. I think my mom told me recently that she noticed it when I was in preschool. Like my teacher came up to my mom and she was like, you know, your daughter really loves painting. And my mom bought me like a little oh God, what is that toy company? Like a toy company like easel.
Yes.
And like finger paints.
All the kids had them. Yes.
And then finger paints. And apparently I would just be there for hours,
Okay,
you know? And
so-
so like all through my life, I always loved doodling, like on the side of my papers during class.
Yeah.
And just sort of like cultivated from
Yeah.
there, I guess.
And do you have a particular, like, do you love doing portraits? Do you like doing landscapes? Or you're pretty much like, put something in front of me and I'll draw it?
Portraits.
You're a portrait.
I
Okay.
love portraits. I hate landscapes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Portraits seem so hard to me because people expect it to look like them, and there's no way I could do it. But people who are talented in that is amazing.
Yeah, it definitely is difficult because, but I love the little detail. I love people. I love the uniqueness in people.
Sure.
Like, you know, the shape of their nose or like their eyes, you know, how that eyes sparkle and their mouth, like mouths and all that.
Yeah.
I love painting it. It's so interesting to me. It is a pain.
Yeah.
I will say it is a pain. For some reason, I hate painting teeth.
I can imagine. I mean, I would hate all of it, but yes, you're talented, so I could assume, I could appreciate that it's probably not difficult. Where did you go to high school?
Middletown.
Okay, so you're in Middletown. I just talked to some people from Middletown recently with the Business Expo. That they did, some young entrepreneurs, and one was an artist named Mars who paints stuff too. So can people contact you to do commissioned work?
I do have a website. I'm not too sure about commission work because like I've never really done commission work unless it's like for friends because the problem is I take too long on things. And plus like for me, I'm trying to get over it. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist.
Okay.
So it really just depends on how motivated I am for a project. So it just kind of depends.
Do you feel like art is going to be in your career moving forward?
Yes, I definitely think art, I can't ever escape art from my career. Like, I can't think of anything else I can do with my career. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know.
So at Hood, what are you studying?
I'm studying, my major is art and archaeology with a studio art focus, but also an art history focus. I just changed that because I loved my teacher and I loved my contemporary art class. So.
Okay, so yes, that's very good. That's excellent. When do you graduate?
2026, I believe. Yeah, I just transferred from SEC to there.
Very nice. Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing your artwork at the African Americans of Excellence exhibit kickoff February 5th at the Weinberg Center. Get your tickets now, weinbergcenter.org, just $15 a person. And if you can't attend but you want to support, how about a $150 donation, and we will send families from the Boys and Girls Club and City Youth Matrix to enjoy this great event. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Oh, yes. Join us tomorrow. It is going to be a great event, and you can see Sabella's and all the other students' artwork and the professionals as well. Well, she's the professional art category, but we have a lot of students as well. All right, let's talk about who's making our market great. Market Makers is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans, a nonprofit that educates the public on PTSD. You can rent one of the trailers starting at just $1 per hour. The trailer is filled with information about PTSD and how to help. Plus, each trailer honors a vet and acts as a rolling memorial. More details at pullingforveterans.org. All right, Amanda from Maryland Double Deckers has you set for Valentine's Day. I am with my good friend Amanda Portner, the Clippy, who is the tour guide on Maryland Double Deckers. Thank you so much for joining me for Good Morning Frederick.
I am so glad to be back with my good friend Danny. It's nice to see you again, and thank you for having me back. I love coming to see you.
I know. We'll have to do it in person again next time, but this time we have a time crunch due to my little 2-week hiatus unplanned. But good to know that the Tierra Galentine's Day tour is sold out.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
That
we sold
is
all our tickets.
Yeah, that was February 13th. But February 14th, Love on the Double, Valentine's Day. If you're struggling to come up with something unique and fun, I 100% recommend hopping on this tour. So you still have tickets for 5
5
p.m.
o'clock and
and
7:30.
7:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 5 and 7:30 are still available.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me how this tour is gonna go.
Well, it is love on the double, my darling. It doesn't matter who you are. Bring that significant other along. We're going to pick you up and drop you off at Benstown. That's our starting and stopping location. We're going to do a little bit of a romantic tour around Frederick, see some of those beautiful lights that are still up in downtown. We'll check out the boats on the creek. And then we're going to have a very special heart-filled photo op stop right across the street from the Perfect Truffle. And then our couples will be taking some cute little pictures by the Heart downtown. And then they're going to sneak over into the Perfect Truffle for a truffle tasting. And
oh my.
I know. Chocolate says love.
I love it. I love it.
And I can't reveal everything, but they may be taking a little something home with them from the Perfect Truffle. So just keep that on your radar. That's something that's in the plan. And then we're going to return you after we do a little bit more lovey-dovey stuff in and around downtown Frederick. We're going to return you to Benstown, where you're going to partake in some chocolate-covered strawberries, one of my favorites, and a champagne toast. And I don't know if you know this, Danny, but the Valentine's Day dinner reservation is like the hottest ticket in town to get. I've heard through the grapevine that there are already some restaurants that are all booked solid. So if you choose to come with us on Love on the Double, we will secure you a dinner reservation at Benstown. They have some specialty seating for our bus goers, and we'll help them get everything situated for their special romantic dinner on Valentine's Day.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you already do not have plans in the works, this is literally turnkey, and it is so much more special than just flowers and going to a restaurant. You get this whole fun, interactive, great tour, and you are going to be chef's kiss to you guys on this one. This is going to be
Valentine kiss.
Yeah. All right. So if you want your tickets for that, you go MarylandDoubleDeckers.com.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can have the wonderful Amanda escort you traipsing through Frederick on Love's Delight with her fun facts. And you are just the best, my friend. I'm telling you, you make the tours spectacular and fun. And I know it's going to be super special for these couples who are riding the bus with you.
Well, I appreciate that. We try to have as much fun on that bus as we can. We're already putting together our romantic playlist of music to be swaying along to as the bus, takes us around Frederick. So we're looking for it to be a really magical night for everyone who comes with us. Also, I think we are selling tickets, 24 tickets only. So it's 12 couples only. That means we are going rain or shine or snow or whatever February can throw at us. And that should we have some inclement weather, you will be toasty warm and lovely on the downstairs deck. So don't you worry.
Yeah, I love that too, because you can stay toasty warm and then pop upstairs for those great photo ops. Seeing Frederick from that 15-foot vantage point, there is nothing like it. You see stuff you've never seen. I can tell you, I've grown up in this town, and it is so amazing and magical to see some of that stuff, especially the boats. That's the one thing I haven't seen yet is the boats from the top of the double-decker, and you're going to get a great vantage photo op view of the beautiful boats on Carroll Creek as well, which I love.
Yes. And I will tell you, I've been riding this bus for almost a year, and every single time I'm on it, I see something I have never seen before.
I bet you do. Plus, you throw in these great, amazing tidbits of history and knowledge, and you can walk away being a little bit smarter than maybe when you got on, but a whole lot more fun. And I know you guys have a bunch of stuff planned for the springtime. And coming up, we'll have more tours like this and even more coming up very soon.
Yes. And you're going to be the first one on our media tour to hear this, Danny. So you are getting exclusive information. So we are going to continue on with our tried and trusted tours from last year with some tweaks and some specialty alterations that we're making. So come on out and join us for Brew with a View this year. That's going to be a tour around to 3 of our signature breweries in Frederick. You'll have a little bit of a taste or a little bit of a pour. You'll get some information and some background and maybe a tour of some of our breweries. And then you'll spend some time to enjoy there. And then we'll move you on. We're going to visit 3 breweries on every tour. And then we're still continuing with our Adventures on the Double, which is our kid-friendly and family-friendly tour. However, this year, that tour is going to look a little different. We're planning some really spectacular events for the middle of that tour for our kiddos and our families on the bus. I hear through the grapevine that we might have an owl making an appearance, a real live owl.
I've heard this.
I know. We're going to have some craft opportunities, and there might even be an ice cream tasting thrown in there.
I love it.
Adventures on the Double. And here, drum roll, please.
All right.
We're also rolling out our Escape to the Grapes winery series.
Whoa.
I know. I'll tell you what, our ladies have been clamoring for our trip to the wineries, some of our gentlemen too. And so we heard you and we are responding. And so we're going to do some regional winery tours and take you around to some of the best known wineries, even some secret gems in Frederick County. And those are coming out. Those will be starting in April. So stay tuned. We're very excited to roll that out this year. It's going to be really fun.
Oh, it's so amazing. I've told you guys this from day one, and I just think this is an amazing asset to the uniqueness of Frederick and Frederick County, and in downtown especially. But I am here 100% supporting you guys, behind you. And I can't wait as these things roll out. But right now, if you do not have plans for Valentine's Day, go MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. They've got everything taken care of for you. You just have to choose the 5 o'clock or the 7:30 time slot. Those are the only 2 that are left.
Yes.
And they're going to go quick. So don't wait. Pull the trigger. Get that done. I'm telling you, your significant other is going to be blown away at all of the effort you took, which you didn't have to do much. But they'll never know. You just got to count on Amanda and Maryland Double Deckers to take care of you. We really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see some of these photos. I think it's going to be great.
Wait, it's going to be amazing. The photos from Galentine's, the Tierra Tour, I know are going to be spectacular. And so will the Valentine's Day ones. I can't wait to see everybody as well. And
they will.
You, Danny.
All right, my friend. Well, until the next one.
You've been a great friend to us, and we love you, Danny. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. All right. We will see you very soon on Maryland Double Deckers.
Yes, you will. Thank you.
Oh, how fun. Perfectly done. All right. Want to say good morning, Jeremy Poling. He is one of the people putting together that Bootleggers event, which is this Saturday, the Speakeasy. We're going to try to get him on to talk about it this week, but you're going to want to head over to Celebrate Frederick and get your tickets to that. It's going to be a great event, especially if you like, I think there's a whiskey or bourbon tasting bar. If you're a VIP, I think that might even be sold out, but it's going to be a lot of fun there as well. All right. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Get out there and do what you do best, Frederick. Let's be great. Of course. Have a great one. We will see.